Hi, and welcome back to Beyond the Monsters. Today we have Shannon with us from Florida.
Hello, greetings and salutations, everyone.
All right, Shannon, the floor is yours. We could start wherever you want.
Wherever I want. Okay, I'm going to start with a couple of days before my birthday. Now, the year is 2023, and I'm with some friends. We're on her land, her property, and we're vibing. We're celebrating me. We're celebrating my existence, and she's got this gorgeous area. She's got a pond in the front yard and all these acres of grass, and we're out there. We're having a good time. We are dabbling in THC, mushroom tea, and we've got a bonfire, and we're drumming, and there's music, and we're just having a great time.
Yeah.
And I loved it. Now, when it comes to things like THC and mushroom tea or any type of psychedelics, I wasn't that exposed to it in an aspect that I did it constantly, but I wanted to have fun.
Right.
It was my birthday. I wanted to celebrate and kick it with my friends, and we did just that. And the following night or the following day, we woke up and we had some heart-to-heart conversations, and it was great. Like, I felt open. I felt ready to just express my full self. And I remember telling my friend, for my birthday, I'm going to start going to therapy. I'm going to start taking care of my inner world and making sure that I'm okay. And she's like, girl, that's great. I love that for you. And I'm like, yes. So after that day, I'm leaving. I'm heading home. And my friend lives maybe about 2 hours from where I was. So I've got a commute ahead of me.
Yeah.
I got this nice commute, and I'm in the car. And of course, I'm going to vibe on the way back and listen to music, because music has always been food for my soul. So I'm listening to my playlists. I let the algorithm do its thing and just pick songs that I like. And normally, like, I love my sounds, I love my tunes. But as I'm driving home this time, it's almost like the music was turned up way more than it normally is. Not just the volume, but just the frequency of the songs. I'm hearing the instruments more, I'm hearing the drums more, and I'm hearing the lyrics more. It's almost like when you're reading a sheet of paper and you see something in bold, and that bold stands out more. The lyrics are just standing out to me so much stronger than normally, but I'm okay because I'm in my zone, and I'm grooving, and I hear a song, and I'm like, yeah, I got a feeling tonight's gonna be a good night. Like, I hear it, and I'm like, okay, and I'm still cruising. I'm like, wow, why is this music speaking to me even more? And I'm cruising, and I'm still doing my thing, and I'm at the point where literally, like, I'm hearing a song, and I'm like, yes, Whitney Houston, I will always love you too. Like, girl, I
So
hear you.
you're really feeling it.
I'm feeling. I feel as if the artists were writing these songs through me and for me with intention. And I'm like, yes, okay, I hear it, I like it, I love it, but this is odd, but I love my song, so I'm going to keep grooving. And that was that. It was an odd experience for me, but I rolled with it because I didn't think anything of it. So then I want to say I get home, and my roommate's there at the time, and she's like, let's watch a show. Let's put on something and just kick back as we normally do. And she suggested a show that she loves, but something in me, I've never watched the show. I've never wanted to watch the show, but I'm feeling good. I'm in a headspace where I'm like, let's watch the show. Let's watch the show that I've always said I'm not going to watch it because it's too scary. We put on the show, and I'm just kicked back, and I'm watching it. And all of a sudden, like, as I'm watching, it's almost like a trance state, if you will. I'm watching the show, then I'm hit with like layer upon layer upon layer as we watch this show. And I'm like, clearly these characters are in hell. Clearly these characters represent humanity. These characters represent angels. This character thinks he's God. And as I'm watching the show, I'm like, why are there so many different meanings in these characters, in these situations? And there's so much symbolism. And I'm over here like, what a show. What an experience. What did I just watch? And then like we end it, we pause it, the show's over. And she's like, that was great, right? And I look at her and I'm like, did you not just see what I just saw? And she's like, you want to watch another one? And I'm like, Sure. I
Oh boy.
don't know what I saw. And a piece of me is feeling like she didn't see what I just saw. At least I don't think she did. Or if she did, she wants me to keep watching more. So I'm like, you know what? Let's go. Round two.
Do you remember the name of the show?
I do remember the name of the show, but believe it or not, I don't think I'm comfortable saying it just yet.
Okay. That's okay.
That's okay. But yeah,
I just know everybody's going to ask.
I'm sure. Listen, let the mystery continue. Yes. But yeah, so we watch the show, and again, same thing. I'm watching and I'm seeing these characters and I'm seeing these storylines, and I'm like, oh, this is layered. There's so many metaphors in this show, and I'm overwhelmed, but I'm so enticed, and I'm like, what does this mean? What does this mean? What does this character mean? And I know that the sky is blue, but why is the sky blue? Like, I'm seeing so many elements to this show, and I'm like, I don't know if I can keep going. And we finally call it, and I was like, okay, I'm going to go to bed. Thanks for watching. Or she thanks me. Thanks for watching the show. We had a good time and whatever. And I go back to my room, and I'm like, whew. What did I see? How am I feeling? Let me check in with myself. And I'm like, okay, it's fine. So, like I said, it's my birthday season. Granted, I celebrate my birthday all month, but it's my birthday time. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, one of my gifts that I'm gifting myself is therapy. So I take it upon myself, and I'm sitting down, and I'm like, okay, well, what am I trying to work on? What do I want to do when I find this therapist? What do I want to express? What is it about me that I feel the need to dive into? And I've got a couple of things. I've gone through a couple of traumatic experiences. And as I'm writing things down, one thing I remember that my mom, whenever she would advise us kids, she would always say it in this tone. It was almost like this rhythmic doom and gloom, like, y'all better watch out. Like, if you do this, they gonna get you and do this. It was always a, make sure you don't do something because they are gonna come get you, or something in that aspect. I call it the doom and gloom tune almost. Like, oh, ma'am. But she would always say, if the devil ever came back in human form, he's going to show up with blonde hair and blue eyes. And I used to hear this as a child, as a kid, as a little girl, and it stuck with me. And here I am, an adult now, full-grown adult, but I always would remember that. And I remember writing it down, like, why is this something I'm remembering now? But with all things, that's life. Let's tap into it. So I want to say the next day or a few days later, my roommate's dad was coming to visit, like just to show up. I think he was in the area visiting different parts of her family, and he wanted to come see her. And one thing I loved is she loved her father. She expressed so many moments of gratitude for him and just good childhood experiences. So I'm like, well, if she loves her dad, sweet, I'm going to love her dad. Why not? Let this man come on and visit us. So he comes in, this like sweet, charming, burly man, ready to come to the house and help out, do chores, and just be with his daughter. And I meet this man, and what is the first thing I notice? Look at those bright blue eyes on this man coming into the home, Never met him, but that's the first thing I notice and the first thing I see. And that's freshly on my mind as I'm going through my traumas. But that's fine. So I want to say it's like the end of one night, and she suggests, let's watch this show. And he's like, yeah, let's watch this show. And of course, I'm like, yeah, let's watch the show. So as I'm sitting back and I'm watching the show, here we go again. I get in my own little transmuted world of, here are the layers. They're in hell. These are angels. There's heaven. This is a representation of humanity. And we're going through the motions. And it's like, I need to figure out what to do so I'm not trapped like these characters. And as I'm watching, I remember I glance over, sweet, charming man. And I'm like, I'm watching this show and the devil's next to me. Like, it was wild. It was wild. And granted, this man is not the devil, but here's my mind all of a sudden creating these narratives and not sure what to do with it. But that's just how I felt. My world was dwindling into more of a darker tone, a darker narrative, if you will. So we watched the show like normal. He's still there. He's hanging. But I remember I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna call it a night. And I go to my room, and it dawns on me. I want to say it's probably been 2-3 days since my first experience at my other friend's house with the psychedelics and the THC. And it's like, I haven't slept. I have not slept at all. Like, I'll go to my room, I'll lay down, and I'm
Your mind's just going.
My mind is roaming. No sleep whatsoever, but my mind is thinking all the thoughts and doing all the things. And I recall this particular time, I'm just laying in bed in darkness, eyes closed, of course. And I get this strong feeling, this unprecedented just urge to get up. And I have this sense that this man who's just in our house visiting his daughter, that he has ill intentions towards my friend. I really feel he's going to hurt my friend. I get this overwhelming sensation that he's attracted to my friend who is his daughter, and he's potentially going to harm her. So I need to get up and go save her. I remember I get out of bed. Wow. Yeah. My room's completely dark. There's no lights on. And I remember I'm trying to get to her, and I'm in my bedroom. I know the room. I couldn't find the door to my own bedroom. I remember I'm fumbling around the room. I'm pressing against the walls, and I couldn't find the exit. I couldn't get out. I'm like, what is this? And I'm like, you got to get to her. You got to go save her. You got to make sure she's okay. That man is in this home. You got to go save her. Pushing against walls. I'm bumping my legs against the dresser. But finally, I do make it out of the room, and I'm stumbling through the home, and it's almost like I know the home, I know the area. There's a few lights on, but I couldn't see anything. I couldn't see where I was going. I couldn't see which room I was in, but I could feel that my friend is in the home. I could feel that that man is in the home. And I was like, I got to get to her.
And this is the middle of the night?
This is the middle of the night. This is the middle of the night. And I finally just kind of roam down the halls, and I make my way to her. And I'm trying to express to her like what I'm feeling, but I'm aware I can't like verbally say it. There's something in me that's like, she's not going to understand. And trying to use words, it won't work. So I'm looking at her, and I feel like I'm trying to tell her telepathically, hey, this is what I'm feeling, but I couldn't get it out. And she's looking at me. She's like, are you okay? Like, and I know she knows something's off. And she's like,
because she knows you.
She knows me. She knows me very well. And she's like, this ain't you. This ain't Shannon. Like, what is this? So she's trying to like get me to go back to bed. And I know I'm saying something. I don't know what I'm saying. I can't remember what it is I said to her, but I remember what I was trying to say. I couldn't get the point across for nothing. And I'm like, and again, I know there's words exchange, and she's just like, let's get you to bed, my friend. Let's go lay down. I want you to rest. You're not well. And I'm like, I'm walking with her. And I want to say this continued, like another day goes by, and I'm in this headspace where I'm not fully functioning, but I'm in the home. I'm at home, but I can't completely express myself. And I remember I'm in my room. At this point, it's daylight. I want to say it's the next day. And there's her dad doing what dads do. He's fixing something in the garage. And with the layout of the house, my room is next to the garage. Her room is way on the opposite side of the house. So he's in the room, or he's in the garage, and he's drilling, he's fixing things. Like I said, he's doing what dads do.
Yeah.
But where I'm at, I'm so just in tune with everything. I hear the sound of a hammer. I hear the sound of a drill, and it is driving me insane. I was like, I hate this sound. I hate this frequency. I hate whatever sound this man is making. It is torture to my ears, and I don't want to hear it. So with those sounds of him fixing things, doing what he promised to do to help out, I'm just growing this ill feeling towards this man. Like, oh, why are you making these sounds? Why are you doing this? Why do you want to hurt my friend? And it's just growing.
Wow, still going.
Still going. And just this negative mindset that I have is just progressing, and it's getting bigger, and it's getting bigger. And I'm not aware that, hey girl, like he's here to help. You're okay. I'm just like, no, I don't like this. And I'm stewing in this negative energy that I don't care for.
You still haven't slept.
I still have not slept. Not a lick, not a wink. I want to say, I know I'm moving about around the house. I know I'm trying to do things, but the world that I'm in compared to the normal shared reality that we're always in, two very different worlds. It was darker. Everything seemed to be like a great big shadow. And I feel like every moment just seemed like a slideshow. Like I would blink for a second, open my eyes, and I'm in a new room. I would blink for a second, open my, like it just felt like a weird slideshow of darkness is the best way I can describe it. And finally, like, I know my friend has tried to talk to me. She's tried to like, girl, like, where are you? Like, what's going on? And I know I'm saying I'm fine because I think that's the only thing I can say. Nothing I feel I'm able to express. There's nothing I can say. I don't want to scare her. And that's another thing. I felt like if I really tell you what's going on, I don't want you to think ill of your father. I want you to think ill of me, of this situation. But how do I tell you how I'm feeling without telling you how I'm feeling? And I couldn't do it. And she's brilliant. She's a brilliant human. And I'm sure she Googled or researched, or she's like, something's not right with my friend. I know she called another one of our friends to come over and was like, something's going on with Shannon. Like, what's going on, y'all? Someone needs to witness this because I'm not sure what to do at this point. Then another friend comes over and she tries to chat with me. Same thing. I'm just like, I'm good. I'm fine. But I'm not myself. I am not my normal self as a human. Eventually she calls I think it's a social worker or a counselor, or someone comes to the house to help, to intervene and bring about, I guess, awareness to me and let me know, hey girl, you're not acting yourself. So, and I recall I'm in the living room. It's my roommate, my other friend, and this counselor. And I remember I'm sitting here and I see them having a conversation about my well-being, and I couldn't verbalize what I'm seeing, what I'm processing, but I remember my thoughts. I'm like, they're talking, they're conspiring,
I was just going to ask that.
They're talking about me. They are deciding my well-being. They've turned against me.
Like it's an attack now.
They're ready to say, Shannon, you're not okay. What you're doing is not right. And I remember looking at this counselor. I'm like, why are you asking me anything? And I feel like she didn't. She may have, and I don't remember. But I feel like she didn't say, hey, Shannon, chat with me. I felt left out, and I felt, again, like just turned on against. Like, what they're saying is about me. They're going to lock me away. They're going to do something to get rid of me. They don't want me here anymore. I don't want you here. And that's what stuck to me. And I'm like,
so deep.
I know. Like, oh, my friends, I thought y'all loved me. Like, what's going on? What is this? So the counselor finally approaches and she's like, well, Shannon, I want you to pack a bag and you're going to come with me. Are you okay packing a bag and coming with me? And I'm like, sure. Like in my mind, I'm like, so you're against me, you're against me, you're against me. What do I do? And I get this rush of energy, like, you can save yourself from this, but you got to think like, this is a test. This is a test and you better figure out how to get out of this situation. And I'm like, okay, it is a test. Go to my room, I pack my bags, and I remember intentionally putting on my running sneakers, putting on my shoes, like they're not going to get me. I get my bag and I walk out with this counselor, like, okay, I'm ready to be taken to your place. Again, the back of my mind, y'all are not going to lock me up. No, ma'am.
Right.
As soon as I grab my bag and they're like, sure, I book it. I run out that door. Y'all ain't getting me. I'm hauling ass. Just
no idea where you're going.
No idea where I'm going, what my plan is. I have no plan. My initial plan, get away from them because no one's going to lock me up. And I remember as I'm running, I have my cell phone with me and I'm like, this phone, they're going to track me with this phone. They're going to find me. They're going to lock me up. So I take my cell phone, throw it in a random mailbox in the street. I don't know who owns this home. I don't know who owns this mail. Throw it in a mailbox. I'm hauling ass. I'm running. I'm booking. And I'm like, all right, test one done. I escaped the people trying to get me. Like, I got this. And I'm like, what next? Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, okay, life, I'm in the streets. I avoided them. What's next? So I'm roaming the streets of Orlando, no plan, no way to call anybody. And I'm like, I don't know what to do, but I can't go back there. They're going to get me. They are going to get me. And as I kept saying, the they became more than my friends. The they became more than this counselor. It was like this odd force is going to come and get me. So here I am in the streets and I'm walking, and every billboard I see, and it's like a normal billboard. Here's a pawn store, here's a vet shop, here's a lawyer, whatever. I'm seeing all these signs, but instead of seeing what they're actually representing, my mind is piecing together all these different context clues. I'm seeing signs and symbols like something that's red. If I see a sign that's red, clearly that means something negative. That's something dark. Don't approach where that red sign goes. If I see something blue, that means something healing. I got to go to where the healing is. Like my mind is playing on a whole different board game than what I'm normally playing on as a human. And I'm like, what do I do? Where do I go? The signs are everywhere, but which sign is going to lead me to safety? And I'm like, I got to get safe. I got to find a place where I can be and exist where they're not going to get me. I'm roaming about, chilling. And I end up on a campus. I end up on a college campus that I used to go to in Orlando, and more so the outskirts. And there's lots of kids. There's lots of just people that go to the school. And there's a lot of businesses. There's a lot of restaurants. There's a lot of just hanging out, people vibing and living their lives. But
and you have no money. You have nothing.
I had my bag on me. I had my little cross bag on me. And luckily for me, my wallet was in there, my license, no cell phone, but my bag is on me with my wallet.
Are you even getting tired? Or is your adrenaline just
my adrenaline
so crazy?
At this point, my adrenaline is like, you got this. Go find safety. Go find a place to rest. But you got it's a test. You are being tested right now, and you better go where you need to get past the test, literally. And I'm like, okay. So I'm roaming about, and I remember coming across an ice cream shop that me and my roommate used to go to. And I felt like I was on The Amazing Race, like find the clues, get to where you need to get, solve this puzzle, solve this riddle, if you will. And I go to this ice cream shop where me and her would always go. And I was like, I'm going to order what I always order. And I'm going to order what she always orders. And once I order the things, it's going to lead me to where I need to go, I'm sure. And wow. I ordered ice creams. Literally, I ordered the ice creams. I'm sitting with them and I'm like, well, now what? What do I do? What's the plan next? And I'm looking around like nothing. Like, well, clearly it wasn't this. So toss the ice cream, still looking, roaming around. Where's my sign? What do I do? I see the college kids and they're, mind you, they're on their phones. They're doing their thing. They're roaming. But the headspace that I'm in, when I see them on their phones, I'm like, oh, they're recording me. They're texting about me. Everything I see is increased paranoia to like times 10.
They're texting them.
Mm-hmm. She's here. Like I can see anyone that was on their phone, minding their business. Again, in this reality, I'm sure they're on Instagram, they're on Facebook, they're minding their business. But what I see, if I see a flash from my camera, they just took a picture of me. If I see someone scroll, look up and laugh, they're talking about me. They're whispering about me. So here I am in this public place, but feeling like everyone's looking at me. I can't be here. I got to go escape. So I get up. I'm speed walking. I'm not running, but I am walking with intention, like the best of them. And I'm in the street. Every car I see, if I hear a horn honk, that horn was for me. That's them alerting them that I'm right here. And I'm like, oh no, I'm being tracked. They're going to find me. Dare someone flash their headlights? That's a signal. But headlight flashes, believe it or not, was a signal. Okay, you're going in the right place. Follow the flashing headlight. Follow anything that blinks. That's your sign that you're going in the right direction. And I'm like, okay, I'm doing my best. I'm doing my thing. I approach a hotel and I have my bag. And at this point, I'm physically exhausted. I was probably walking for like 6 hours, maybe 7 hours, and my body is exhausted.
Are you drinking water or doing nothing?
Ooh, and as you asked that question, I love that you asked that question because at this point, I felt that if I drink water, they're going to win. If I eat something, they're going to win. Don't put anything in my body of this world because it's going to poison me and they're going to win. I can't let them win. So I can't put anything in this body. So no. Am I tired? Yes. Am I thirsty? Absolutely. Am I hungry? Yeah. But I'm not consuming anything because my belief is something detrimental will happen if I consume anything. So I'm like, oh no, girl. Yes.
Wow.
Right? So I get to this hotel and
you've never had anything like this happen before?
Never had an experience like this
before
ever.
This. Okay.
Never, ever. But yeah, and I see this hotel, and what makes me even go towards this particular hotel, I see it's a Marriott. Going back in my life, and I'm cycling, what does this mean? My sister used to work at a Marriott. She's a nurse now, but I just remember, ooh, Marriott equals family equals safety. Get to the Marriott. That was my thought. That was my thought. Let's go. I'm on the quest to solve my life right now. And I get to this Marriott, but the second I walk in to this hotel, I immediately just get this feeling, you're in hell. This is hell. You conquer this, but just know right now where you are in hell right now. And I'm like, shook, but okay. And I approached the front desk. I'm like, you need safety. You need rest. Get to the desk, ask for, I'm talking to myself mentally. I'm like, you got this. I dig in my wall. I'm like, Shannon, open your bag, find your card, act normal, act casual. If you make the slightest move, they're going to suspect something and they're going to send you back to them. There's always the them. So I get to the front. Yes. Slide her my card. I'm like, I need a room for the day. The lady's super chill, super nice. She's like, okay, she's doing her thing. She gets me a room, slides me my key card. Okay, she said, go ahead. 3rd floor, get up there. Take my key and I'm roaming through the hall, still feeling like I'm in hell, but I'm like, maybe I'm passing this test. Maybe I'm going to win whatever this test is. I'm doing it. And I get to the door and the key card's not working. And I'm shook. Why isn't this key card working? But it's not working. I go back downstairs, talk to the woman, the receptionist, and she's like, it's not working. Okay, John, she calls John, whomever John may be. John is this man, and John's going to help me get into my room. So John walks me down the hall, and I'm already like suspicious, and we're maybe like 3 doors away. And he's like, don't worry, I got you. I'll get you in. And he's like, so you traveling alone? That question set something in me. I was like, here's a man ask me if I'm traveling alone. I can't tell him that I'm traveling alone because he's going to have ill intentions. So I can't let him know. And I'm like, no, someone's always with me. And mentally, I'm like, well, maybe God's always with me. Maybe this is why I'm saying these things. But I'm like, someone's always with me. And he's like, okay, cool. Like, he's just doing his job, trying to get me into the room. And I remember I stopped right at the door before my room. Like, okay, I'm here. And he's got the key and he's at my actual door. And he's like, all right, you're ready to go inside your rooms? Or I was like, no, that's not my room. That's not my room. And he's like, that's not your room? And I'm like, mentally, in my mind, if I tell this man this is my room, he's going to open the door. And my initial thought, he's going to open the door. He's going to rape me. He's going to harm me. I cannot let this man know that this is my room. And again, zoom out. In our shared world, he's just doing his job. But where I was mentally, there's no way I'm going to let this man know this is where I'm supposed to be because I know his intention and I know he's got bad thoughts. So I'm like, no, this is my room right here. And he's like, but man, and I'm interrupting him. I'm like, no, give me my key. I'm getting aggressive. I'm getting mean. Give me my key. Give it back. I don't need you anymore. This is my room right here. I'm pointing to this opposite door. And he's like, all right. He hands me the key. He leaves. And I'm like, oh, good. I avoided danger. I avoided this man. But all of a sudden, as I'm standing here, I'm like, I'm so tired. I'm so exhausted. I want to rest. But if I go into this room, Johnny, whoever he is, he's got the key. He works here. He's going to come into this room. He's going to harm me. So as tired as I am, exhausted as I am, I'm not going in this room. I can't do it. So I stood there with my key put in my pocket, walked right out of the hotel, and I'm just sitting on a bench. I don't know what time of day. It could be 1 a.m., maybe 2 a.m. And I'm like, I can't rest. I can't. The second I close my eyes, he's going to come get me. And I don't want this for myself. Again, unprocessed trauma of my life. And I'm throwing it on this poor man. But at the time, I had no idea. I'm just, what's going to happen? What do I do? What do I do? I'm roaming about the streets of Orlando aimlessly. I keep walking and I keep searching. I end up at this park that I used to go to work out and exercise in. And they've got plenty of benches. And I'm like, I can just sleep on this bench. I was like, homeless people do this all the time. Why can't I? And I get on this bench and I'm laying down and I shut my eyes for maybe a second. But nope, get back up. You can't. There's something in me that's like, you can't stop. You have to keep going. This is a test and you better pass this test. So I'm like, what can I do? What can I do? So as I'm roaming about, I remember getting to this large business, not quite sure what the business is, but you could tell that a landscaper was just there and they did a beautiful job. From this perspective, from our current perspective, the trees are trimmed nice, the bushes are nice, the whole area just looks beautiful. So I walk and I remember just putting my hands on the bushes and putting my hands on the grass like, yeah, it looks nice. And the second I touch the shrubs and I'm touching the grass, something in me feels like I got in tune with Earth, with Mother Earth herself. And it's like, don't cut my bushes, don't trim my grass, let me grow, let me nourish. You cut me down. And like, this is me believing that the earth is talking to me. You trim my bushes, you cut me down. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Like at this point, I'm in literal tears. I'm thinking that the earth is calling me. I'm representing all humans. I'm trimming down the bushes. I'm cutting the grass. Earth doesn't want me to cut the grass. Earth doesn't want me to disrupt what's happening in nature. And since I'm the human, I'm making it worse. And I was like, I'm crying and I'm apologizing. I'm outside,
Right.
apologizing to the shrubs. When you zoom out, that's what I'm doing. But at that time, in that headspace, I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm crying. I'm trying to show my empathy and my mercy to Earth. Like, I'm so sorry for cutting you. I shouldn't have done this.
Because you were taking on that responsibility.
I was taking on the responsibility. I cut this earth. I cut the grass. I'm taking away from Earth in general. Mother Earth's mad at me. Mother Earth is mad. And I'm looking at these buildings and I'm like, I made these buildings. I shut things down. I shut down all these trees. It's me. So at this point, I'm in tears and I'm so sad at myself. Like, Mother Earth is mad at me. My friends and family are mad at me. They don't want me here. No one wants me here. I got to do something good, but I don't know what to do because no one wants me here. Oh. It was wild. It was such a rough headspace. And I recall I'm walking and I see this big red bus, like the little blood drive buses. I was like, this'll be it. I'm going to give blood and this should make everything better. And I remember hopping on the bus. And forgive me if this story is somewhat going out of order, but I'm just recalling things I forgot about.
Oh God, going to get blood now. You haven't eaten. You haven't drank anything.
Haven't done anything.
Oh my God.
But luckily and unluckily for me, I remember the giving the blood didn't happen. Something happens, like I get on the bus, I talk to a nurse, and in my mind, I'm going to fix this whole world. I'm going to fix this reality by doing good. Because the little thing, I'm going to donate my blood, and that's going to save someone. And maybe then Mother Earth won't be mad at me, and my friends won't be mad at me. And that was my mindset. And the nurse was just asking me questions. And I think the nurse could tell something's off with this girl. Like, I remember what she looked like. I remember trying to go through the papers, but I couldn't fill it out. I couldn't sign anything. I couldn't donate. And she's like, "Are you okay, ma'am?" And I remember that question. And I'm like, yeah. She's like, "Can you fill out this?" And I'm like, "No." And she goes, "Well, if you can't fill it out, I can't have you give blood." And again, zooming out, I could tell she knew something was off, but I couldn't even give blood. I couldn't do it properly. And I remember just leaving and feeling so defeated. I can't even help the world. Like, I'm a failure. I'm failing this test. There's nothing I can do. I need to just call it a day. Like, I can't help anyone. And I made up the mind, like, I need to end it. I need to kill myself. I got to get out of here.
Oh God.
So as I'm roaming about, looking around at the world, I'm like, how do I die? How do I end this? How do I end this current reality that I'm in? Because I don't want to do this anymore. And I remember 2 of my best friends are firefighters. And they have guns, safely, of course. But I remember they got guns. If I could get to their house, I can kill myself and I'll be fine. This is my next test. Find a way to make this happen. So I'm roaming about. I'm like, how do I get to them? They live a few cities away. It's like, if I can just get to my car, hop in my car, drive to them, get their gun, got a whole plan in place. So there's my task. I finally felt like I had purpose. Get to your car. All you got to, girl, get to your car, do the deed. So I think I've been gone at this point. To me, what felt like a week, it's probably been maybe 24 hours since I've been home, but I've gone through all these motions. But I ended up walking, finding my way back. And it took me a while because I'm lost in my sauce. I couldn't even find the home, believe it or not. But I do finally get there and I knock on the door because I can't get inside. And I can hear my roommate at the time. And I'm like, it's me. I just want my car. I just want to get in my car. That's all I kept repeating. And that's all I kept saying. And at some point, I end up getting close to the garage, and there's this entrance where you don't get in the house, but you can get in the garage. There was a little side door, and I get there, and she knows I'm outside because I was at the front door, but she ends up coming out through the garage, and she sees me. She didn't expect me to be in the garage, so she sees me, and I can see she's visibly shook. She's shaken. She's afraid to even see me, and me seeing her be that emotional, have that much fear. Like, I could feel the fear that she had. And I'm like, I just caused that fear. Like, I got to get out of here too. And I'm like, I just want my car. I'm feeling so bad. I hate that I'm making her feel afraid. I hate that my actions are bringing fear to her. But like, I just want my car. I really just need my car. Like, I don't want her. I don't want to do anything. Just let me get my key, because my car's in the garage. She just give me the key. It's my car. Let me go. And she's like, hold on. And she closes the door. And I'm like, I can't even get my car. I can't even go. Like, someone let me leave. Suddenly the police show up. Suddenly multiple cop cars are outside. And I'm assuming she called. I don't know the actual story from her standpoint, but I'm like, what's going on? And these cops come and they approach me and they're like, are you Shannon? I'm like, yes. Are you okay? And they're asking me all these questions. And in my mind, in my reality, I lost. I failed the test. I didn't win. It's time for them to take me away and I'm going to be locked up forever. That is the headspace I have. That is the mindset I have. They got me. They got me, and I'm not coming out of this. I prepare myself. You're going to be locked up forever, girl. Like, sucks to suck.
Yeah.
This is life. I know they asked me, like, do you want a police officer to take you? Do you want your friends to take you? Another friend of mine, who for a brief moment was working with me, she showed up. Like, I guess when I zoom out and get to this reality, I was a missing person in the city. Like, they called enforcement when I ran away. I didn't know that at the time, but it's like, why are these people here? Why is she here? What's going on?
Yeah.
But they asked me, you do have to go to a place. And I remember, I know this place is going to be a locked up dungeon. Like, I'm thinking the worst. And my friend ended up taking me to this institution, to this place. She drove me there and I felt safe. Something about her had just this higher frequency. And I'm like, okay, if I could go with anyone, I'm going to choose her, because I just feel there's a bit of a bliss. There's somewhat of a positive energy. So if I got to go, at least I'll go. She's going to take me there. And she does. And as I'm getting there, something in me is like, maybe you didn't fail this test. Just answer everything properly and you're going to be fine. So I do. I show up at the institution. I get a brief evaluation and I wait, and this woman, and she asks me all these questions and I can answer them. She's like, Shannon, what are you doing? What happened? And I answer her just fine. Like, yeah, I ran away. And then my friends don't think I'm safe. I'm safe. Like, I'm answering everything well. And she's like, oh, you're fine. Good. And I'm like, yep, I'm good. I'm fine. To my core, I know something's not right, but I'm like, but I got to pass this test.
Right.
I got to get out of here. She tells me that I'm good and that I'm cleared. They hand me my cell phone. And I remember being shook. I was like, I threw that in the mailbox. They hand me my cell phone. Girl, you good to go. And a little piece of me was like, okay.
I did it.
I did. And right away, like, I saw a couple missed calls. I call one of my best friends and I call her and I tell her, like, hey, I'm leaving this evaluation. And she knows what's been going on. And she's like, Shannon, what do you mean they're letting you go? I was like, no, they let me go. I'm good. And she's like, Shannon, I love you. You're not well. Tell them how you're truly feeling. And in my mind, I'm like, I can't tell them how I'm truly feeling. They're going to lock me up. Like,
yeah.
I'm presenting so well. I can't tell them the truth about how I'm going. But my friend who I'm talking to, like, again, she's a very good friend that understands. She wants the best for me. And I know she wants the best for me. So she's like, just go in there. Tell them you need a place to stay. Tell them you need to rest. You haven't slept, have you? And I was like, no. Go back to the doctor. I remember knocking on a window and I'm like, well, I know how to pass your test. I'm telling her something of that aspect. I know how to respond to you, but now I need to actually tell you what's going on. And I try to tell her, and I was like, so the reason I was roaming the streets, and I'm telling her, I'm reading billboards, I'm understanding symbols and signs. And right now I understand that once I do kill myself, I will have passed this test. And she's like, well,
oh, you told her that.
I did. I tell this to the doctor and she's like, well, I'm going to have to admit you now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay. She goes, but yeah, I have to actually send you to the hospital. And I'm like, hospital. I lost something about her and her verbiage and me letting her know my truth. To me, that felt like just a big failure. Again, I failed the test. I told her my truth, but I don't win. It just felt like everything I've been coming and trying to do up until this point.
Because now she's sending you somewhere else.
Now she's sending me somewhere else. And it's like, I was so close. And a piece of me was mad. Like, why did I listen to my friend? Why did I tell the truth? Why did I let them know my actual mindset? But I'm like, too late now. And this next part, it's one big blur. Like I was with this woman. I'm telling her my truth. I'm expressing my story. But a part of me was like, Shannon, you lost. So just lay down. And something told me just to lay down in the world that I had created, this oddly dark, shadowy world. And I did. I somewhat just leaned into it. I just leaned back, didn't allow myself to even try to come up for air, as you will, or see what everyone else was doing, what everyone else was saying. And I remember just closing my eyes and just letting life happen to me. And I'm in an ambulance and they're trying to ask me what. Nope, my eyes are closed. My eyes are shut. And it's hard to put into words what I went through at this point, but I'm in a hospital and they've got IVs on me and they're asking me questions. And I couldn't quite make out where I was in a hospital or why I was in a hospital. I just knew that at that point I felt like I'm dying. My body felt like it was dying. Everything in me just felt like I was dying. And I would just have little brief moments of waking up. If you pass this quick, everything was a quick test. If you pass this quick test, there's still a way to salvage. But what was my quick test? You got to kill yourself. This is what my mind is telling me. You got to kill yourself. You got to end it. You got to get out of this reality. The only way out, kill yourself, kill yourself. So I'm in a hospital. I get to a bathroom and I see a toilet and I recall like I can drown myself in this toilet. I remember putting my whole face, yes. And I'm in the whole toilet just trying to end it, but life happens. I'm a human. My body's like gonna gasp for air naturally. So couldn't off myself in the toilet basically. So I remember coming out, some woman, I don't know if she was a nurse, but she worked there. And she's like, why are you all wet? And I remember like, don't tell her what you're trying to do because she's going to prevent you from passing the test. Like, I gotta pass. Same thing. At this point, I'm back in the bed, strapped to weird IVs and just different things. I'm not sure what my behavior was, but I know it was erratic. That's the only thing I can conclude because at one point there's a security officer by my bed, this guy in security just sitting with me.
Yeah.
So again, I don't know. And it's no excuse, but I don't remember much of my behavior.
I wonder if they medicated you too.
Maybe.
That's probably, yeah.
Maybe, but something, whatever I did, I don't know if it was my verbiage or my behavior, but I was doing something that they needed a security officer to sit at the foot of my bed with me. And I remember opening my eyes and seeing this man. And I don't know if it was a taser. He had some type of weapon. And my goal, I was like, if I grab that, if I take that gun, I can kill myself with this. So let me get slick. My whole plan, find a way to end it, get out of this world, pass the test by getting out of this world. And I remember somewhat like approaching the security officer, trying to take his weapon. I don't know if I got combative. I may have swung, but I was in a physical altercation with the security guy, trying my best to get his weapon to off myself. And then it was like, nope, he overpowered me, didn't work. Other staff came, I failed the test. I kept not passing the test. And I'm like, So I finally just laid down. I was like, I'm done. I accepted my fate. Like, this is it. Like, this is your world now. You live in this world of darkness. Never open your eyes. And I told myself, never open your eyes. You're not going to properly exist in this world. So just sit here in this darkness, be familiar with the darkness. And I was like, all right, I'm done. Tapping out, I'm done. They end up shipping me back to the institution. I'm in a room. And I recall, I knew I was in a room by myself, but I remember, don't look in the room. Don't even get acquainted. Like, I had this mindset at that point, like if you open your eyes, they're now a part of your body. If you open your eyes, you're going to help them see what's going on with you. Don't open your eyes. Like I was deep in that. Like, nope.
Yeah.
Don't let them see. Don't let them win. Can't let them win. I'm in the room and same thing. I remember trying to find the door and I was like, this feels like when I was at the house. I'm in my room in the institution, couldn't find the exit door. Like, it's dark. I'm trying to gain my bearings and find my surroundings with my eyes closed. Like, I'm in the dark. I couldn't find it. And finally, I could hear other people. Didn't realize there's an open door because again, my eyes are closed, but I could hear other people. I can hear there's something happening in the hall. And I'm like, well, girl, if you're going to get used to this new life of darkness for you, let's feel out. Let's hear who's talking. Let's see if anyone else is out there with you. Because why am I so alone in this world? But I walk out I bumped my knee. I ran into something. I think I run into like a nurse's cart or something like that. And I remember hurting my elbow, hurting my arm. So I'm like, the only way you're going to get through this world and navigate this world is if you got to do it on your knees. You got to safely. So at this point, again, zoom out.
Oh,
I am
Lord.
crawling on the floor at the institution with my eyes closed. Like, I can't see. I'm blind. Again, when you zoom out, it's like, what is this girl doing? But me, this is my only safe way. This is the only way to keep myself safe. Keep your eyes closed. Feel out your new world.
Were people around you?
There were a lot of people around me, and I could hear people. But at that point, those other people didn't matter. Like, I know that there are people, but I'm eyes closed, crawling on the floor, just trying to find my way and see what's going on. And people are like, ma'am, I could hear people, ma'am, can you get up? Ma'am, can I help you up? No. Like, I'm mad. Like, nope, don't touch me. I'm okay. This is my world. I got to fix this. If I can't fix anything, I can fix me. And I'm going to find my way. And eyes closed, eyes crawling. And I remember, and this a significant part for me, I remember getting to just this certain room, and I hear this voice, almost like this older auntie, and this woman says, girl, get your ass up off that floor. That's what I hear.
Really?
Get your ass up off that floor. And I'm like, I don't know who it is, but I know this voice. And I'm just like, well, I don't know the voice, but I hear this voice. And I'm like, I can't see. I can't. And I remember just telling her, I can't see. And she said, well, girl, open your eyes and you'll see. Just the way she said it was so just assertive,
matter of fact.
Yeah, girl, get your ass up, like this, whoever this was. And I'm like, no, like, I don't care who you are. And the energy that she had behind her, it's like, it felt comforting. Get your ass up. But I was like, it's familiar, but I don't know this woman. But I'm like, And I remember I was really close as I'm crawling, and I'm like, I can't see. I can't. Open your eyes, girl. Like, that's what I kept hearing. Couldn't tell who it was. Then at some point, I don't know if it's a worker, one of the therapists, someone's out there, and they're like, okay, y'all, we can go outside now. Go outside if you want. And here I am on my hands and knees crawling around with my eyes closed, and I could hear that a door opened and people are outside. And I'm like, I'm going to crawl that way. I hear voices. I'm going to go where the people are. My new norm is darkness, but I can still try to be where the people are. And I recalled crawling outside and touching grass. But I remember as I crawled to the door, it was warm. That's the first thing I remember, because I was freezing. I remember I'm so cold. And I finally crawl outside, and it's like, I can feel the sun. I can feel that there's warmth. I like this feeling. I like that I can feel warmth on my skin. And as I'm crawling in the grass, I was like, I like that I can feel this grass. And real quick, I still have this brief mindset of, here's Earth, here's Mother Nature. And I was like, I'm touching this grass. And
eyes are still closed.
Eyes are still very tightly shut, not seeing anything. But I'm like, Mama Earth isn't mad at me because I'm touching the grass, and I don't feel that I'm hurting anybody as I touch the grass. Well, okay, I can stay in the grass as I touch it like this. And I remember just hearing the sound of a ball just bouncing, boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, oh, I know that sound. And someone, I don't know who the someone is, I know now, but someone literally like slides a ball to me, like slides a basketball. And I'm outside, and I could feel there's a courtyard. I could feel everything. I can't see anything, but I could feel, I was like, I know what this is a ball. And I remember just standing up, eyes closed still, and just bouncing a ball on the concrete. And I'm like, I hear the boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, I like this feeling. Boom, boom, boom. I like this sound. Like this rhythm sounds familiar. This rhythm feels like home. This feels like a norm for me. And I'm like, I can make this sound. I remember losing the ball, and some very soft, gentle voice, you lost your ball. And I'm like, thanks. I don't know who and I remember verbally saying thanks. I don't know who I'm speaking to, but I get my ball and I'm bouncing it again. And I'm like, the warmth feels good. Bouncing this ball feels good. Making this rhythmic sound feels good. It's like a little reminder of, hey, I can make this sound. I can go outside if I want. I can feel this warmth if I want. And I'm slowly pulling pieces of myself. And it's like, you can stay out here in this warmth if you want. You can go inside if you want. And something just slowly starts trickling back in. Like, you can decide if you want to be out here. Life is what you make it. So you can choose right now. And I was like, oh. And I like slowly put the ball down, and I'm crawling back inside. I could feel my way through, and I'm crawling back inside this room. And I remember I'm sitting in a chair, found my way to the chair, pulled myself up into this chair, and I'm just sitting, and I'm like, if I want to feel this warmth again, I can decide to go crawl back. If I want to sit here, and it's all like pouring into me, this odd but strange blessing of you can choose this. If you want to open your eyes, you can. If you want to keep them closed, you can. But you right now can choose what you're going to do with your existence right now. And I'm like,
which that's a big step compared to everything you've been feeling.
Everything I felt before felt like there's no way out. I had no control. There's nothing I can do. I was very dependent on if I pass, then maybe. But at this point is you can choose. Do you want to open your eyes? Do you want to stay in this world of darkness? Do you want to make this your life? Or do you want to open your eyes? And I remember just sitting here and I'm like, I'm scared. If I open my eyes, they're going to get me. They're going to see. But I was like, but I'm tired of this right now. I'm tired of feeling down. I'm tired of feeling hopeless. And I don't like where I am. I'm going to just, you know what? If I open my eyes, and I remember it was this mantra of like, fuck it, do it anyway. Just literally in my house, like, fuck it, do it. What's the least that can happen? What's the worst that could happen? And I remember just slowly opening my eyes. And I'm in this room, and it looked like a happy little like day room, if you will. And I'm somewhat coming to, not just with my eyes, but my own Shannon reality is slowly trickling back in. And I'm looking around, and in the room, there's just this older Black woman, don't know her. And I look at her, and she goes, "Hey, girl." And I'm like, "Hi." And she goes, "Oh, you can see me now?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's the voice." That's and I'm like, "I see you." And she goes, "I'm glad you got up off that floor, girl. I'm glad you opened your eyes, girl. What the hell was you doing?" And she's talking to me as if she knew me. I've never seen this woman a day in my life, but it's this older Black woman. And she's, "I'm glad you got up. I knew you could do it. It's about damn time." And I'm just like, I'm overwhelmed with everything. What just happened? What did I just do? And I'm like, "Yeah. Thanks." And she's like, "Told you all you had to do was open your eyes." The tune that she said it was that same doom and gloom tune that I always avoided for advice. But I'm like, here comes this random woman coming through, and I'm taking her advice. And what do you know? I can do it. Like, okay. To me, everything's like, I got a piece life together. I'm like, yeah, thanks. I'm still hesitant, but I'm internally like, all right, I'm glad she's here. I'm glad she's telling me I don't feel as alone.
Is reality starting to come back?
Reality is slowly just trickling. But my only reality is whatever was present in front of me.
Okay.
And I'm sitting in that room still. And I remember I look across and there's a nurse's station. And I'm like, I'm in an institution. Like, and my first thought is I'm in a crazy house. Like, yo, and I'm seeing the residents that live there. And I'm like, oh, it's all coming. And I see right above the nurse's station, I see a digital clock, a digital calendar, if you will. I see the date. I see it's October. I see the year. I see the time. And I look right at it and I'm like, okay, I know what today is. This is fascinating. And in that exact moment, they're like, okay, Shannon, time for you to come talk to the doctor now. We got to evaluate you. And I'm like, okay, I still have no idea like what happened to me previously, but I'm like, I know what's happening right now. And I go to sit with the doctor and she's like, all right, what's your name? And I'm like, I'm Shannon. And she goes, okay, Shannon, can you tell me the date? And I'm like, I just saw this in my head. I'm like, I just saw this. I know what I saw. And I tell her the date and she's like, okay, do you know why you're here? And just in a brief moment, I had just the flashback of me roaming the city, roaming the streets, family, everybody's worried. I was like, I was roaming the streets and my family's worried and I ran away. Like I told her everything. It all just slowly started trickling out. I was like, well, maybe this is the test, but I know the answers. I know the answers to everything. And she's like, you do drugs? And right away, I'm like, I celebrated recently. Like I'm so slowly saying it, but it's all coming back. I'm like, I had some THC. I had some mushroom tea. I was celebrating. I did something. She goes, okay. And you went through what was, and she was very brief. This doctor, she didn't look me in the eye. She looked super busy as she's just writing things down. I remember she felt cold, but I felt like everything she was doing, there was a reason behind it. Like she just wanted to, okay, you're good. And as she's asking me questions, she's like, okay, but you know your name, you know what today is, you know what's going on. She goes, yeah, you're in psychosis, huh? She said it in just such this non-empathetic, but just brief.
Like just normal.
Yeah. Psychosis, babe. You're good. Mm-hmm. Have you slept? And yeah, so quick. Have you slept? I'm like, no. She goes, yeah, you need to sleep. You're fine. Ain't nothing wrong with you. And I remember just thinking,
What the hell do you mean nothing's wrong?
What do you mean? Didn't even know what psychosis was at this point. But I'm like, okay. She goes, yeah, you need to sleep. I'm going to write you something so you can go to sleep. Okay, you're good. You can go now. And she just dismissed me. And I'm like, what? Like the most slow motion of, now what do I do? And I'm still in this institution. And I remember I left out of there and then I sit back down and now I'm just, it's all slowly coming back. And I'm like, this is my life and this is what happened. And I left the world of the Shannon that I knew. And I was like, was this a dream? Was any of this real? Did anything actually happen? And I couldn't remember. But I recall this nurse coming and she's like, here's some Seroquel. This will help you sleep and you should be fine after that. So I'm sitting and I'm gaining my bearings back and I'm talking to a few of the residents inside. It's almost like we're old friends now. Mm-hmm. I'm still aware of that world that I was in, but it's like I'm letting myself choose. Okay, if I can choose my reality, I can choose what I'm going to lean into. And I'm going to lean into understanding. I'm going to lean into I'm stronger than this. I'm better than this. And in this institution that I'm in, they've got mantras like all over the walls, just little things. You're stronger than you think. There's nothing you can't do. And it's like whoever created, whoever designed it, I'm like, okay, maybe this is my sign. Maybe these are my little affirmations that I can do anything. And so as I'm sitting there, life's coming back. Shannon, the Shannon that I am, is slowly pouring back into this human of a body that I have. I'm realizing, okay, my mind was open. Everything that I was trying to fix about myself, everything that I was trying to make better about myself at this just terrible, negative, dark energy, this dark frequency, like that was my monster. And now I can decide if I live in this world of darkness, if I live in this world of negative energetic frequency, I can live past this monster. Everything that I went through, everything that I saw, everything that I believed, it's just this odd lower frequency, and I can choose to rise above it and choose to find the good in it. So now, here I am, many years later, I've come out, and this is me currently beyond the monsters.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
Yeah.
It's just crazy that can happen.
Yes.
It's almost like when people have a psychotic break, when they have schizophrenia and stuff too. But then that really is their world.
Yes.
All the time.
Yes.
Which is so sad.
And it is wild. Like being in psychosis, it's as if, like you right now, imagine you got up from this studio, you went to the bathroom just really, really quickly, and then you come back in and your daughter were to look at you and say, you don't work here. What do you mean? Like your whole reality just shifts. You can't piece together where you are because all you know is what's in front of you. Right. But you lose touch with the shared perspective of reality that we know that we exist, and you have to just navigate your way through. And I learned through just, more therapies and just group discussions and Reddit posts, because there's a whole forum of people that went through what I went through. And
it's way more common than you think. Yes.
I remember being shook reading about this random man in Australia talking about his experience. And I'm like, why does he have the same experience that I went through? And it's like, I don't even ever met this man. But as I'm reading other people or reading about other people and their shared experience or their similar experience, it's just a reminder that I'm not alone in this. We're not alone in this. But not everyone gets to get the grip and is able to pull themselves out of that dark reality.
Right.
It is wild and it is fascinating.
Like, thank God you did, because what if you would have gotten your hands on a gun? Or there's just so many different ways that could have went. How did you actually fully come out of it? How long did it take?
Oh, Lord, I want to say I was in my mind, I was in psychosis, what felt like months on months, but it was a week. It was 1 week long, but I felt like it was forever.
Sure.
But literally, once I took the Seroquel, and Seroquel is simply something that helps you sleep. There's I took the Seroquel. I actually started resting, because if you look at the timeline, I did not sleep for maybe a good 5 to 6 days. And everything that happened was just me fighting my own reality, fighting my own beliefs energetically. And it's almost as if I created that reality with my own negative thoughts, with my own traumas, with my own unprocessed experiences. But rest, a lot of people that go through what I went through, they do need medications. Medications are big, medications are huge, but I am blessed through some aspect that it was medically called drug-induced psychosis. So because of the drugs per se, and my own experiences, that's what led me to have such a wide open mind, open for anything to come. And my mind chose the negative traumatic experiences to become my reality.
Girl.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wild world. Yeah.
How were your friends? Did people actually stick by you?
Yes.
Okay,
and
good.
that is one of the biggest blessings for me, because once I was able to be released from the institution, that area of my life, all I felt was just shame. I felt guilty. It's like, what did I say? Because again, I'm in my own world fighting my own demons. But what I didn't realize is I said a lot of just negative things to the people that I loved. I'm sure I don't remember everything that I said.
Yeah.
But I remember my mindset was to just spew out non-desirable words and suggestions and things. But lucky for me, my friends love me. My friends love me. My family loved me. And they were like, girl, like who were you? And they were telling me things that I did. And girl, I tried to get to you and you said this and you said that. But they stuck by me. They stuck by me through it all. And I recall, and this is when I was telling you before that humor is one of the best medicines. Like I remember when it was time when I did get out of the institution, an unfortunate side of it was my roommate at the time. Like I instilled, I guess, a lot of fear in her just based off of my actions. And she likes to hold firm in making sure that she's okay, making sure that she's well. So she did decide we need to part ways. We do not need to live together anymore. And that's completely understandable. But I remember I'm packing myself up. I'm getting everything out of the home, and it's time for me to move and start a new chapter. And I remember one of my friends, I hadn't seen her before, and we would have conversations about, I want to change. I want to do this. And she sees me and she's like, girl, I know you wanted to change, but you ain't got to do it like that now.
It's a little drastic.
Yeah, that's a drastic change. But her saying that and having that conversation, that was the first time I had laughed since the entire ordeal. But her just saying that and making me laugh, like that little bit of laughter was such a glimmer into still just a dark, shadowy world for me. And I was like, I can laugh. Like, I just remember thinking, I can laugh.
Like, it's okay.
It's okay to still find joy in everything that I've done and everything that I did. And it's like, yeah. And I remember just telling myself, you can laugh. It's going to be hard and it's going to take a while to fix what you've done. But yeah, girl, you can laugh and it's okay. And I was like, oh, yeah.
Everybody's like, don't you ever touch any of that shit again.
Yes, big facts, big facts. Don't dabble in the lettuce, but still.
I just hope you're not, or you weren't beating yourself up over any of it. When you found out the things that you did say, I'm so glad you had loving, forgiving friends and family.
Oh, yeah.
Because that can make, as crazy as this story sounds, it's so common, which is scary. And it goes the negative, way negative a lot of times, where unfortunately people do harm others or themselves, and there's just no going back on that. But girl, that is just, it is crazy.
Yes, it is. And like you said, people go through this. And one thing I did during my state of psychosis, I remember I didn't go on any social media. I didn't look at anything. I remember thinking all my devices were something non-desirable. I remember tossing my cell phone or tossing my Apple. I threw my Apple Watch in the trash. I threw my headphones in the trash. I didn't want any media.
Right.
But in the mix of everything, people were writing me the sweetest messages. Shannon, I hear you're missing. Shannon, I hope you're okay. Shannon, I wish you well. Like, I got message after message. So when I returned, like, I didn't on Facebook, I was a missing person on Facebook, and so many people were sharing posts and reaching out for me. So when I finally got back into that headspace of, well, this is reality, let me go on. And all I saw was message, Shannon, I miss you. Shannon, I love you. Shannon, it got me in my feels. Like, I'm not alone.
Right.
People care. People want me to be here. It was such a shift, and it was such a blessing. And something
Love
as simple as getting on an Instagram post or a Facebook post and being like, I really hope you're well. I'm looking out for you. That really nurtured my soul.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The people that reached out and I didn't even get a chance to really say thank you because I was so off put, still trying to piece together what in the world happened to me.
Right.
With those little sweet messages of, I'm praying for you. I hope you're okay.
Needed that.
I needed that so bad. I didn't even know I needed it until I started reading it. And I was like, oh, the world's okay. There are good humans out here, and not everything's a dark frequency. And I loved realizing that.
What a shift from what you were experiencing. Oh my goodness.
Absolutely.
Now, did they say you really don't have that to worry about because it was drug induced?
Yes.
So as long as
I stay away from all the plant-based things, I should be okay. I should be okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But am I enticed? Am I intrigued? Do I want to partake in THC? Of course I want to.
Yeah.
But haven't. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm not going against doctors' orders, but there is a piece of me that's like, well, now that I have a better understanding of what happens, what if I dive back in, and from a medical perspective or from a curious perspective, but at this current time, nothing.
It's like you would have to probably make sure you had your own little team.
Yes.
Like, we're doing this together and watch out for this. This could happen, you know.
Oh yeah. But at this current time, nothing. I'm okay existing without any substances. I'm okay just letting life. Like, I'm back to my music.
Good.
I'm existing in such a way. I'm finding my flow, and I'm letting life show me how good things can be.
Well, I'm so glad you're still here.
Thank you. Happy to be here.